This is gonna be interesting. Hello my babies, welcome back to my channel. I'm Leeor Alexandra. If you're new, welcome to the community. This is going to be a super interesting video because I've never done anything like this and I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but this is a Q&A. I went on Instagram and I asked you guys to please DM me any questions that you have regarding the law of attraction. Now, if you were here since the beginning, you know that I've done a Q&A before with some of my friends. When I asked people to send in questions for that Q&A, almost a year ago, I got maybe 4 questions, which is great. It was awesome from the ratio of people that were following me there. This time when I asked you guys for questions, I got about 300 of them. So I chose a few and I'm gonna try to answer them, and then we'll of course continue to keep doing Q&As. If your question wasn't answered, I'm so sorry. I will try to message you back personally and privately and get that answered for you, but if not, ask it again for the next one. All right. So, AdrianFW on Instagram asked me, do you have a daily law of attraction routine? Love your videos. Thank you so much. I love you. Yes, I do have a daily routine. I don't do it every single day. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I've told you guys, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I have decided to do a video for you guys showing you my morning routine with the law of attraction. So that's gonna be coming up soon. But basically, my daily routine is I wake up in the morning and I write in my gratitude journal a few things that I'm grateful for. I try to write as many as I possibly can and at least 3 every single day. Then I write 3 things that I'm going to do that day to get me closer to my goals. These 3 things are always going to be very doable. They're 3 little things. I think that as long as you're doing 3 things every single day to get you closer to whatever it is that you want in life, you're well on your way, you're being productive, and you're on the right track. After I write down my 3 goals, I will do things like answer your questions and answer your comments, which always puts me in a super high vibration because you're all so freaking sweet. I love you so much. You're always so good to me, and that puts me in a great vibration. After that, I go onto Pinterest, and if you've seen my last video about my vision board, I will spend about 10 minutes pinning things up and then go and look through all those pictures, and those pictures put me in such a great mood and they keep me focused on the end result. At the end of the day, I will always review all the great things that happened, and I will say thanks to the universe and thanks to the higher power that I believe in, and I will just be grateful and feel it so strongly. And before bed, I always visualize. A lot of us do this naturally. I always visualize before I go to sleep what I want life to be like, and I try to make sure that it's something that is not super exciting because then I won't go to sleep. Where are you going? And it's not something that stresses me out because then I won't go to sleep. So I just like to do a happy median where it's something that kind of calms me and puts me to bed easily and nicely. Next up, M. Festa asked, do you have a specific process when sitting down to write intentions? It's a new month and I can't wait to write mine. Wanted to hear if there's any little things that help you get in the zone to receive and be creative with your writing. So like I said for the last question, what will honestly get me really inspired is to go on Pinterest and look through my vision board. Sometimes when I'm really not in the zone, I will also start playing with my crystals. My crystals, for some reason, harbor this really creative energy within me. And my process for writing down intentions is I start with what I want. I will write, I want this, I want that. Then I will write, I have this, I have that. Then I'll write, I am this, I am that. I will literally say, I want money, I have money, I am money. It might sound weird, but it works for me. D-3195 asked, how do you differentiate between fear and intuition? That's a great question. And to answer this, basically I'm going to say that you do have to be very in tune with your intuition to understand whether you are being warned by something or if it's just something that you're afraid of. What I have noticed for myself personally is that fear creates a different reaction in me than intuition. Fear creates an anxiety, while intuition creates a sort of excitement, if that makes sense. And if you want to find out if you're just afraid of something or if it's your intuition telling you something, usually what I would say is to face that fear. Walk up to it and see if it disappears. If it does disappear, it was just a fear, and if it doesn't, then it could be the universe or your intuition, your natural connection to things warning you about something. I will definitely go into more depth about this in a separate video. Remind me to do that, guys, okay? So Zane Ba, hi my love. She asked, how do you move on when something doesn't happen, or what can you do to make sure it happens next time? You have to determine yourself if you're supposed to be moving on from this. If you are, if the thought of it no longer serves you or makes you anxious, then you may want to be moving on. Or what can you do to make sure it happens next time? Please check out, Buddha, sit down. Please check out my video on why the law of attraction isn't working for you. It's very possible that you have a mental block that's stopping you from receiving what you're asking for. Actually, it's pretty much 100% that it's probably a mental block. Do you want to sit down, sir? Do you want to sit down? Okay. He wants to kiss me. What was the most difficult challenge and obstacle when you started with the law of attraction? How did you overcome it? The most difficult challenge was what I think is very difficult for everybody, and that is believing. Now, I started practicing the law of attraction when I was 14, so it's been years, and my belief is just, you know, this is my life. This is how I live my life now. But when I was 14, even though I was a very open-minded teenager, I had my doubts like any rational person would. So what I did to overcome this is I started super small. I started off with little things like getting somebody to text me, or getting a parking spot when I was a little bit older, when I was 16 and had my driver's license. Little tiny things, and when I did those small things, my belief got built layer by layer. And I highly recommend doing it that way because it's just going to create this really solid foundation of belief for you. NY asked, how do you stop doubt from lurking into your mind and interrupting your journey? Also, what are some nice stores that sell petite clothing? Well, nice stores that sell petite clothing, I will tell you right now, I get most of my petite clothing from Topshop or Misguided. I don't know very many boutique stores. I don't shop that much. You would think maybe that I do, but I don't really shop that much. I'm trying to reduce my consumption. But those are stores that have nice petite clothing. Also Free People, which is where this top is from, because I know people are gonna ask. So the way that you stop doubt is, it's a process. First of all, you can't shake off negative thoughts or doubt. Don't shake them off because they're just going to come back. What you have to do is to work through them. So when you have doubt, and when you realize you're doubting yourself when you're trying to attract something, you have to sit down with yourself and figure out what it is that's giving you this doubt. Analyze it and work through it. So for example, I used to have nagging thoughts even as recently as a year ago, like, why me? Why do I deserve this? Why is my dream so big and why can I have it? Everybody wants this, why can I have it? So I realized that doubt was holding me back from so much, and I worked through it. Every time that would come up, I'd be like, because I deserve it, because I work hard, because I want it, because we can have whatever we want. Because life is a game and the rules are basically up to us. What we believe is up to us, our reality is up to us. So if I decide that I want this, I can have it, and that's it. The more often that I work through these emotions and through these doubts and these nagging thoughts, the more that I convinced myself that I do deserve this, the less those thoughts came. T9X asked, I wanted to attract more money for someone else in my life. Do you think that's possible? For example, my dad. Thank you. Keep your vibrations way, way up. I love you. Yes, it's totally possible to attract things for other people. However, our own vibrations and our own thoughts for our own lives are much stronger for ourselves than somebody else's thoughts for us. Now, this is a good and bad thing, because let's say somebody wants something bad for you. If you want good for yourself, that person's bad and negative thoughts and negative attractions for you will not manifest as long as you're strong enough about yourself. If you aren't, and if that person is stronger than you, then it could very well happen. And I've read a lot about this happening with people who get sick, with children who get sick. It's a horrible thing, but it is something that happens. This is a bad thing because if you want to wish something really good onto somebody, but that person doesn't believe it and doesn't see themselves being able to attain whatever it is that you want for them, their belief will always be stronger than you for their own lives. So if you want to attract money for your dad, you have to get him on board and on the same wavelength as you. Then your combined thoughts and your combined manifestations will be so much stronger. How do you stay motivated, ma'am? Thank you for the question, Ashwin Gangadaran. Sorry if I'm butchering everybody's names. How do I stay motivated? Well, first of all, you guys are so motivating. I wake up in the morning and I have no excuses because there are people out there waiting to hear from me, and I have to show up for you guys. So what I would say is find somebody that you have to show up for. If you can't show up for yourself, find someone else to do it for. Like before it was all of you guys, it was my mom. I want to give my mom a better life, a happier life. And I had to change myself and to change the way that I saw life in order to provide that for her. Find a passion, find a cause that will always keep you motivated. Understand that everybody has bad days and everybody goes through things. But let yourself rest that day. If you need a whole day in bed, allow yourself, baby yourself, and let yourself be in bed that whole day. I do it here and there all the time, and it's better for the process and it's better for you. Mental health days might sound like a SJW thing, but it's a real thing. Take a mental health day. That will help you stay motivated. Your all-time fave Law of Attraction book, Love Your Beauty. I Love You More. If you've seen my Law of Attraction 101 book, you know that the one that I have spent the most time with is Ask and It Is Given. Ask and You Shall Receive. Ask and It Is Given. The Jerry and Esther Hicks book. I love that book. I also love The Alchemist. It's not necessarily a Law of Attraction book, but it's a book that allows you to believe in something greater. It's one of my favorite stories. I reread it a few times a year and I highly recommend it, especially if you're struggling with a belief and with an understanding of what our reality could be and how different it is than what we actually experience every single day. Also, another book is not a Law of Attraction book. I've talked about it in other videos and a lot on my Instagram lives, is The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It was actually published in 1925, so some of the concepts are outdated, but the overall message is very relevant today. It's also a religious book for Christianity. Didn't bother me. I don't think it would bother anybody else. It has a lot of great stories and examples and also techniques that would be really helpful. It's about this thin. It's a tiny little book. You can order it online for like $5, $4. I highly recommend it. I'll put links to my favorite books in the description for you guys. Melly XOXO26 asked, when you say, wouldn't it be nice if, whatever you want to say, do you say I give to you, universe, or thank you for providing it? And does it really work for you, or has it worked for you? Okay, so I think you're asking is, when I use the wouldn't it be nice if technique, do I say I give it up to the universe or thank you for providing it? So let me explain. There's been some confusion with some of the techniques. I want to explain to you guys that the different methods and tools that I provide on this channel can all go hand in hand, and I use them all hand in hand. But if it's too confusing to use them that way, which it won't be in time, if you keep practicing, you'll understand how everything connects and everything works together. But if it's too confusing right now, use them separately as different methods. Try one out and see how it works, and if it doesn't work, then use another one. But when I do wouldn't it be nice if, I usually just forget about it, I let it go, and I act as if it's already happened. So I'm always grateful. So let's say that I said, wouldn't it be nice if I had 100,000 baby elephant subscribers? I'm not attached to it. I don't wake up every day and say, do I have 100,000 today, and check if I have 100,000 subscribers every single day, because that's an attachment. That's something that's going to hold you back just in general in life. But what I do is I act as if I had that. So I treat myself as if I am a YouTuber who has that many subscribers. I take myself seriously. I think that you can apply that to whatever it is that you are trying to manifest with wouldn't it be nice. I hope that made sense. So my question is about manifesting and letting go. When do I let go of what I want? Also, this is kind of stupid, but sometimes I forget about manifesting or get bored of it. I hope somebody knows what I mean. I mean, do I have to manifest something constantly? No, you don't have to manifest something constantly. But if you're getting bored of something, you might actually, your emotions and your thoughts and feelings may not be backing up what you asked for. If you're bored of something, you probably don't really want it. If what you mean is that you get bored of doing the same manifestations over and over again, no. You can ask for something one time and it will manifest. If you're trying to rush it, it might not manifest in a timely manner. Just this past week, I realized I asked for something 8 months ago, totally forgot about it, and it just manifested this past 2 weeks ago. So whatever you ask for is going to happen if you do this the right way. But you don't have to be doing it constantly. You can do it constantly if it makes you feel good. If it feels like a chore, drop it. Let go immediately right after thinking. You do whatever technique that you're doing, and then you thank the universe. You say thank you for bringing this to me. Thank you. I know that this is now on the way. Then let go. Go do something else. Don't obsess over it. The thing is that people aren't understanding is that detachment doesn't mean completely forgetting about it. It means just not obsessing, letting go, and being aware that being attached to the outcome will usually mess up the outcome. So just don't be attached to the outcome. Calamity Echo, what's that, baby? If I put a time limit on when I want to manifest something, is it guaranteed to come on that day, or is it better to let the universe decide when it comes? To be honest with you, I've not ever really put a time limit on anything. If you watch my first Manifestation Monday video, I have said before, this is going to happen within 48 hours, and it always happens before 48 hours. But I've never actually said this will happen on this exact day. I think that it's possible to get whatever you want on that exact day if you believe it enough. But for me, that puts too much pressure on that day, puts too much pressure on the whole experience. So giving something a time limit will honestly, I think, will make it harder for you to manifest it. So what I would say is to ask for things to come in perfect divine timing. Whenever I ask for something to come in the perfect time, it comes in the perfect time. We don't have to tell the universe the perfect date because the universe already knows. All right, well, I think we're gonna cut it off there because I don't want this to be a half-hour long video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Please follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be doing more of these all summer long because I think you guys enjoy them and I enjoy them. Give us a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I just spilled water all over me. Give this video a thumbs up, please, if you did enjoy it, so that I know to keep doing them, and follow me on Instagram. I do have a little announcement. I wanted to put it at the end of this video because I don't want to confuse anybody, but I just wanted to announce to you guys that I am writing a book. I am in the midst of writing it. If you know a little bit about me from my other videos, I am a writer. I've written since I was very, very young. My mom is a professional writer. It's a huge passion of mine, and I came up with an idea that I think you guys would absolutely adore. My goal is to have the first 200 copies ready and available by October. Now, I've set up a system for the first 200 people to receive this. It's going to be on my Patreon account. You can check it out in the description, and it says everything, all the instructions over there. I hope that's not too confusing. I tried to make it as simple as possible, but basically you can save your spot in line to be one of the first 200 people to receive this book. This book I know that you guys will really like it. I know that it'll be really helpful for you, for your law of attraction, and just for your life in general, for improving your life. I'll talk more about this in future videos, but please go check out the Patreon account and let me know what you think about that idea. So get excited for that. I'm so excited for it. You guys, by the time you see this, I will be on the plane to my summer getaway. I hope that you guys will follow me in all my vlogs. I will be showing you my day-to-day life with all my friends over there and all the traveling and the vegan food, and of course I will be putting up as many videos as possible. Anyways, until my next video, I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful for you. My heart bursts when I think of you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for everything as always. And until my next video, keep your vibrations way up. Bye.